And now Gary Parks from California is going to present our Outstanding Book of the Year Awards. Gary?
Well, not since the construction of the Columbia's Indiana courthouse had one man and his vision received as much publicity from local newspapers as John Crump and his theater, designed and built by architect Charles Sparrell in 1889. This is the story of the passion, struggles, and triumphs that created the first true cultural arts center in this small town, and the legacy that continues to inspire the community over a century later to protect this local landmark. It's a journey marked by first-class opera performances, flickering silent films, police intervention and arrests, and ultimately decay and closure. I was on the Indiana Conclave, and one of the theaters that sticks out in my mind the most is the Crump Theater. Now, I'm sure many of you out there, sometimes in the wee hours of the night, have vivid dreams of historic theaters. Okay, I'm guilty. I'm not going to ask for a show of hands. But very often they are very surreal. For instance, a beautiful Art Deco facade will lead into a lobby that has a swimming pool in it. Or the auditorium will be a basketball court with a pipe organ. Or terrazzo pavements will go beautifully into the lobby and then down the aisles. All these things I've dreamed about. Well, it's interesting because when I was visiting the Crump and saw photo murals that I had seen advertised in theater catalog, and wonderful modern detailing, very unusual in the lobby, and then going into an auditorium with these little cottages on the side walls with Art Deco leaping gazelles, all of this underneath a 19th century opera house ceiling, I said to myself, my gosh, I'm in one of my dream theaters. It is an amazing theater and I will never forget it. And this year's Outstanding Book of the Year award goes to David Sechrest for Columbus, Indiana's historic Crump Theater. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. I do this old school. I'm going to say just a few things here. I'd like to thank the Society for the award. It means an awful lot to me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I wish that Leslie and I could have been around this week to join everybody. It looks like you had a fantastic time. And I'd like to, I think that the organizers of this conclave deserve a warm round of applause. We're all here for one purpose, our love and passion for historic theater venues. For me personally, my love and passion is for the theater of my childhood, the Crump Theater. Every generation gets one issue not to muff, and this is the one we can't muff. This is it. I read those words Tuesday afternoon when I was sitting in my dentist's office waiting to get my teeth cleaned. The quote's from Time magazine, and the quote's attributed to a guy by the name of Tom Steyer. And Tom is a hedge fund billionaire who is convinced that climate change is the greatest threat facing our world. You know, there's not a lot I can do about climate change. I can do my part by changing my footprint, or my carbon footprint. But to affect real change, it takes a man like Tom Steyer. But climate change isn't what I thought of when I saw those words in bold type on that page. I thought of the Crump Theater. Right now in my life, at this precise moment in time, the Crump Theater issue is the one we can't muff. This issue is as important to me as climate change is to Tom Steyer. But I'm not a billionaire. I don't have the financial means to ensure that this important historic piece of our city's heritage isn't destroyed. But what I can do is I can educate our residents as to why the Crump Theater is important to our community. I can inform and enlighten why this historic brick and mortar linked to our past must be protected and not turned into a parking lot like so many have been. And hopefully, somewhere along the way, I just might be able to inspire others who have the financial backing to play a role and take an active part. I won't give up. I'm going to stick with this. We've been given one issue not to muff, and this is the one we can't muff. This is it. This is our chance, and I hope that the right decision is made. Thank you, everybody.